Hey everybody, welcome back to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Jason Yoss. I'm here with Raymond.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks for being on here. Our audience always has questions about our agents, and one of the biggest ones that I have for you is, I know you've been in the game for a minute, okay? Real estate, you've been here almost 10 years.
Yeah.
But tell me about your focus. What is it that you hone in on with your real estate practice?
Yeah. So primarily my business is real estate trust, sales, and probate. I work with a lot of sellers here in San Diego County.
Now, what does that mean? Talk to me about the trust and sales and probate, how that evolves in terms of real estate practice.
Yeah, so I tend to work with real estate attorneys, estate planning attorneys, if you will, and they'll refer opportunities to me to meet with potential sellers who need to sell their home because they've lost a loved one. And so sometimes that comes in the form of a trust where a family member has already done the work and outlined a trust, which assigns a beneficiary and a trustee to oversee the transaction. And then sometimes it's a probate, so there was no trust at all. And unfortunately, they have to go through the courts to get approvals to begin the sales process of that home.
How did you go and get into this path? I mean, this isn't one that people just pick up. Tell me a little bit about how you got into this.
Yeah, so originally I joined a networking group, and through that networking group, I was able to connect with an estate planning attorney there. And along the way, I ended up earning his business, and he began referring these opportunities to me. And it turns out it was an area that I really enjoyed working in. Obviously, as you know, losing someone is difficult. It's very, very tough. So it's a very sensitive space to occupy. And I felt that I had the skill set, the emotional empathy to deal with those people and support them in this journey.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
That's fabulous. One takeaway for your clients when choosing an agent for this specific area, what would you tell them?
I would say take their time. They're in the process of grieving. And so they're now faced with, if it's the trustee that is a family member of the decedent, they're not only emotionally dealing with the loss, but now they have an entire estate that they have to deal with. And so I think the first thing that they should do is take a moment to kind of accept where they are in the process. But you want someone who can actually navigate this process with you. There's vocabulary that comes into play with this. There's new terminology that's there, and you just need the support of someone who understands the end-to-end process. As a trustee, you've got a big fiduciary obligation to do right by the estate, and you want an agent who understands that and will help you navigate that process and not just take the first offer that comes to the table.
Fabulous information, especially as you said, about a topic that could be a very touchy subject at that time. So I really appreciate your feedback. Thank you so much for giving me information on that, and for our audience, thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you guys and see you next week.